Mallory Ryan is our final speaker today. Mallory, who graduated in 2009, has a Bachelor of Health Sciences from UOIT. She is also the recipient of the Alumni Association's 2014 Humanitarian Award. Today, Mallory is an occupational therapist, a dance teacher, and founder of Danceability, a program for children with varying abilities. Danceability provides students of all abilities with a safe place to express their creativity. The program also enables other students and volunteers to enhance their understanding of diversity, equity, and inclusivity. Mallory will talk about how UOIT fostered her development as a leader and gave her the skills and confidence to initiate her own dance and occupational therapy ventures. Here's Mallory.
So I'd like to start by sharing a quote. Mallory, on our daughter's first birthday, we were told she would likely never walk. And on her 5th birthday, she danced with her friends. It's been 5 years since I graduated from UOIT, and it's amazing how much can happen in just 5 years. Since becoming a UOIT alumni, I have also completed my master's degree in occupational therapy and occupational science from the University of Toronto. I've moved about 4 times. I met my fiance and got engaged. I've worked many different jobs, mostly in healthcare and teaching dance, but also at a chicken farm. I've been on TV and I've started my own business. But for me, I think the past 5 years has really been about searching for that sense of purpose in my life. Interestingly enough, having a sense of purpose is defined as one of the key factors to longevity, as defined in the Blue Zones, the communities in the world with the highest number of centenarians, the people who live the longest. And this sense of purpose is named and defined slightly differently. For the Japanese in Okinawa, it's called ikigai, the reason for getting up in the morning. For the Costa Ricans, it's called plan de vida, having a strong sense of purpose, the need and want to contribute to a greater good. I've always wanted to give back and be a helper. I considered careers in medicine and teaching, and I chose to study health sciences at UOIT after meeting Dr. Carolyn Byrne, the first dean here. I was really excited about the new opportunities that UOIT presented, and I was able to be a part of starting one of the first dance teams here on campus. And it was in my 3rd year that I discovered occupational therapy. Occupational therapy is the art and science of enabling engagement in everyday living through occupation. And occupations are basically the things that people want to do, need to do, or are expected to do in their everyday lives. Basically anything you do to occupy your time that has meaning and value to you. So it's my job to learn about other people's occupations, the things that define purpose and meaning for them, and to enable them to engage in these activities so that they can lead meaningful and productive lives. So today I received a UOIT Alumni Humanitarian Award, and it was both an honor and a little bit of an uncomfortable experience for me. See, the reason I've received this award is because of the work that I do with the Danceability movement, a dance class that was started for children of all abilities with my sister. And yes, it does take a unique set of skills and dedication and a lot of hard work to do something like this. But at the same time, I just feel I'm carrying out my own life's purpose, my own ikigai, my own plan de vida. And I'm actually just fulfilling my role as an occupational therapist in the community to grant these dancers access to one of the most meaningful occupations in my life, dancing. The idea of a humanitarian has to do with being concerned about the happiness of others, which I guess is true for me. But the part of the definition that I don't agree with is the alleviation of suffering. The dancers that I teach don't suffer from their disability. They live with their disability every day. It's just one small part of who they are. I started Danceability 4 years ago. I was in my 1st year studying occupational therapy when I saw a video of a dance class for children with cerebral palsy. And this is when I realized what I needed to do. With the help of my sister Jade, who's 2 years younger, also a dancer, and now also an OT, we began to offer classes for students of all abilities out of the studio where we were trained growing up. In our 1st year, we had 10 dancers, each paired up with a volunteer dance buddy. And our class performed on stage just like any other class. They received a standing ovation, and they began to show others that they were dancers too, that they had dreams too, and that they could be and should be included in the community. And for my sister and I, it was simple. We believe that each kid is unique, every child deserves equal opportunities, and all children have the ability to dance. So our dancers are not defined by what they have, but by who they are. And they're redefining who they are for others, so that others do not see them as a child with autism or a child in a wheelchair, but as a dancer first. I'm not sure how many of you have seen the internet sensation Kid President, the 10-year-old boy who passionately spreads his message through entertaining videos in which he dances and has hilarious quotes. I would definitely elect this kid for president. And you know what's awesome is that people love Kid President because of his ability to motivate us, to spread his message of love and dancing and happiness. And what most people don't know is Kid President has osteogenesis imperfecta, a very extremely brittle bone disease. He's had over 70 breaks since birth. And does it look like he's suffering? People don't see his disability. He dances through it. People just see him as an awesome Kid President who loves to dance. So going back to my opening quote about the family who was told their daughter may never walk, we've received a lot of similar feedback from families who were given the expectations of what their child would not do, without offering the simple words of how much they could do. It's up to us to realize that the challenges many people face are a direct result of society, of the lack of accessibility, the narrow-minded thinking, and placing people into boxes which can be so limiting to their potential. I started Danceability because I love to dance, and I believe that everyone should have the opportunity to dance. Boom. It's that simple. That's why I get up in the morning. Most of the benefits of this program are obvious: physical exercise and activity, working on a team, working on social skills, learning musicality and rhythm, building self-confidence, and getting to perform on stage. The list goes on and on. We've heard over and over again from parents who say that their child loves dance and participates so much more in their dance class than they've done in any other therapy or activity that they've tried. And all we do is share our love for dance with them, connect with them on their level, allow them to express who they are, without asking them to change or be someone else. We strive to teach them in a way that they can be successful, and man, do we have fun doing it. All of it sounds so simple, and yet I'm receiving an award today for doing this kind of work. Inclusion is everyone's responsibility. We can all change our minds, change our attitudes, and we need to stop placing people in boxes, stepping outside the box into the community where inclusion needs to happen. We simply need to see people for people. So please do not ask me what is wrong with your dancers or what do they have. Ask me instead how they continue to motivate and challenge me and how they've taught me just as much as I teach them. You know, it's funny how insanely passionate I am about what I do, and yet I'll tell you it's been a journey, and continues to be a journey about discovering how to do what I love to do while still making a living. When you graduate, you often feel pressure to get a job and get a good job, you know, something 9 to 5 in a hospital, something with paid benefits. It can be really hard to break that mold, but I'm telling you it's possible and so worth it. For me, I've always needed a lot of reassurance to feel confident in my abilities, and it literally took my sister and I being surprised on national television to realize the value in the work that I do. We were invited to take a master ballet class with Miss Sonia Rodriguez from the National Ballet of Canada, who attended our recital and honored us for the program that we're running. But what really brought us to tears was a 2-minute thank you video that Danceability families, parents, and dancers thanked us for what we were doing and talked about how much it meant to them. Watching a mother tell you that their teenager finally feels like everyone else, or another mom who was told her daughter would never hold her head up, said she cried when she watched her daughter dance on stage without her wheelchair for the first time. I experience these epic moments every single dance class. And it's not about working miracles. It's just about changing labels and changing perspectives. The transformation from a misunderstood child who's been labeled difficult and disobedient, whose parents are frustrated, confused, and losing hope, changes when we call that child expressive, eager, and an energetic performer, whose families beam when they see their child dance on stage. And this happens because we celebrate the child for who they are, for how they move, and assure them that they can do what any other kid can do, just in a different way. So let's teach families to recognize their child as having superpowers and not disabilities. Jade and I are still following our journey. Danceability is starting to grow, and we're trying to balance our day jobs as community occupational therapists in schools in the community with our dream jobs of teaching dance as occupational therapists, which hasn't really been done, and figuring out what the right balance is going to be. But it's all a learning process. We weren't handed a package on how to quick start your dream job. We're just simply doing what we love. As Kid President says, it's everybody's duty to give the world a reason to dance. Today I want you to answer the question, why do you get up in the morning? It might take you some time to realize the value in your response, but think about what your values are. What are you passionate about? What really excites you? And this will help lead you to your purpose. Then it is up to you to find a way to stay true to this, to your ikigai, to your plan de vida, or whatever you want to call it, and to go forward and carry it out in this world. I truly believe that if we all did this, the world would be a better, happier place. And let's face it, if you do what you love, you're going to love what you do. So next time someone tries to limit your expectations or place you inside of a box, such as being told that you may never walk, I hope your answer will be, why walk when you can dance?
want to give a little token of thank you to our speakers today. And thank you so much to all three of you for sharing your incredible stories. It's inspiring and so great to hear your different experiences leading to such success. Let's give our three alumni speakers a round of applause.